in
Guys,
the league.
yo, we skipped. You lot didn't talk about it last week here. Newcastle have had a stink of a summer.
Oh, Newcastle, a
Oh.
stinker.
So
It was quick.
this is the one time,
Really?
one of the very few times that I will say, you know what, Adrian, you were right. Fair play. Because
Why?
I thought, you know what, Newcastle are trying a thing. They're trying to get bigger players, trying to tour that name. The fact that Sesko came to us, well,
Brother.
no one, we bidded less, by the way. We gave him less wages than what Newcastle were after. We've given him everything. Their what's the name? Agent forego their wages to make the move to Manchester United happen.
No, let me tell you why.
This one told me there is a hierarchy in football, and it's prevalent.
I don't think that's. Yeah, go ahead, David.
It's Newcastle's stupidity, bruv. Leave Amanda. Leave. She was doing the thing, bruv.
She was doing the thing still.
Why did you get rid of her? And there's no sporting director at Newcastle.
Paul Mitchell.
It's Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe's been running the transfers this season.
Yeah, because they got rid of the guy they had, didn't it?
Guys, I know.
Wasn't it the one that went to United?
No, there was Ashworth, and then didn't Paul Mitchell coming after that?
It was Paul Mitchell that went afterwards, and they got rid of him.
Have they got rid of him already?
Yeah, there's no director of football. There's nobody at Newcastle.
I think we're all reveling in this. Let's crash it on Newcastle thing. Yeah?
I'm not. I feel sorry for
And
them.
Nat has just put a comment in there that says Newcastle need to know their place with Everton and Denman there. Now, you don't get any prizes for saying that Manchester United are bigger than Newcastle. We knew that no matter where they are in the league, Manchester United is always going to be an attractive offer to a young player over Newcastle United. However, when we look at the situation of what has gone on at Newcastle United over the last 3 years or so to where they are now, where they've qualified for the Champions League and are struggling to improve their squad, we have to look at what PSR has done to the Premier League.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
You have to buy it, bro. Because you're sitting on the other side, Robin.
It's a farce.
Do you know why I'm not buying it?
Robin, they're being royally screwed. Like
They get
bent over.
They are being screwed over. There's no other way.
Like Villa.
To Villa, I hear you. Newcastle, I'm not hearing it because they in total they tried to buy Ekitike for much more than what Liverpool are offering, from wages to all of that. They tried to do the same thing with Benjamin Sesko. They were offering not even euros, 90 million pounds. They offered. So they've got the money and they're willing to pay. I'm not trying to hear PSR because PSR should stop you from going that high, point blank, period. Bro, I'm not hearing it from Newcastle.
What you got to understand is, Robin, when Chelsea got their money, when United got their money, when Arsenal get their money, whatever, we're not fighting against Real Madrid and Barcelona for a same player, right? Newcastle arrive in town and look who they're losing players to. They've lost one to Man City, they've lost one to Manchester United, they've lost another one to Liverpool. Look at who they're targeting players. They're trying to target players where they could even probably offer more wages and whatnot. And then, as Endo says, man, are going in with Elanga and Ramsdale.
Come on.
Can I rebuttal?
Is that my prize for Champions League football?
With all that, with everything
Taking
going
the
against,
piss, man.
with everything going against you, Kombe, I said, get rid of Isak, get your money, get your 150, and then you get it ticket whatever you wanted.
But he chose Liverpool.
He chose Liverpool.
But like Robin.
What happened? No, you're forgetting. Listen, Liverpool went for Isak first.
No, but David, here's what I'm saying. For them to compete, they have to sell the best player. That's a farce. They're the richest club in the world.
Oh no! But this is the thing, David. This is not what Manchester City did, and it's not what Chelsea did. Like it's not. Chelsea when we were bought by Roman Abramovich, we spent over 150 million. Then we finished second. We didn't win nothing. We spent a ton of money, and then we're able to spend a ton of money again to try and win the league. And then we spent another ton of money winning the second league title. And there was no PSR that's looking back saying, where is the money coming from? So when it comes to Newcastle, they cannot spend 200 million unaccounted like Chelsea and Manchester City were able to do. So in order to build their squad, they don't have the funds or the readily available. And then when they do, it's like they can't offer the same wages that Manchester United can offer. They can't. It's not because Newcastle don't have money. It's because they're not allowed.
But that's where you're wrong, because they did offer more than us. They did with Sesko.
That's what I'm saying. But Newcastle are competing with.
But he said
Newcastle.
He said more wages.
No,
Newcastle offer more wages.
But in totality, so they can't build the same project that Chelsea and City were building. So yeah, I said to you before, when it comes to the Sesko thing, of course, a player is going to choose Man United over Newcastle. It doesn't matter how much you offer him. But in terms of the project, Chelsea was signing 8 players a window. City was signing 8 players a window. When they signed Robinho, it didn't work. They got flipping Santa Cruz or whoever. They just kept buying and buying and buying until they get it right. Newcastle cannot keep buying and buying and buying until they get it right. They don't have the
It is what it is, man. It is what it is.
It is.
But the thing is, and don't forget, when they were getting like Tonali, you're talking about Amanda earlier. Tonali, Bruno Guimaraes, nobody was knocking on door except Arsenal for one of them. But these men were getting their players in left, right. You know, they signed a Harvey Barnes, they got Gordon, they got players.
Even Isak's in that category. Where teams, the bigger teams were looking, but nobody was really serious about him.
And then what happened? That's what I'm saying. Where is she? You had everything was going nice. Someone decided to do power move, and now look where you are now.
That's a fair point.
I have zero sympathy for Newcastle.
The thing that happened at Bournemouth, you know, with Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe got 2 hands on, and he started doing stupidness. I had for 15 mil, and then went tumbling down.
The thing is, like, how you can have sympathy for Villa and not Newcastle is beyond me.
Yeah,
Villa aren't even trying to buy a player. they just sat there with their hands tied behind their back.
Yeah,
Oscar on mute.
And that was a big shout.
Aston Villa for the prime example of what is wrong with PSR. Look at Aston Villa Football Club. They're like, it's harsh, isn't it? It's harsh. The Big Six will stay the Big Six, and I think for this podcast, none of us really care too tough. But if we're looking at the reality of football, nobody's breaking in that top 6.
It's a joke.
Nobody's breaking in.
Joke. It's an absolute joke because Tottenham make it there. If you're Newcastle and Villa, you're sitting there looking. I'm looking at Tottenham. How are they in this? You know what I'm saying? How could City and Chelsea be part of it when when the money was good, they were allowed to jump in, join the crew? Yeah, I mean Newcastle do need a sporting director. They need hands-on transfer recruitment people.
And the problem is, Pete, the problem is, yeah, I know we got PSR. Why have you changed? Everything's moving nice and smooth. How all of a sudden it's now gone left?
Because David,
not PSR. Not PSR.
No. I'm saying PSR. I'm with you. The players don't want to play for Newcastle.
Simple as that.
You have to deep it as this. Ekitike went to Liverpool over Newcastle. Benjamin Sesko went to Man United over Newcastle.
João Pedro.
João Pedro.
I forgot about João Pedro. João Pedro.
Obama went to United.
And Burma's gone to Man United. Trafford has gone to Man City. At the end of the day, David, like you said, take PSR out of this, blood. Nobody wants to go there. And you know, I find that strange.
And just to point out what we were talking about earlier, because David was asking why were they doing what they did before. Before they were signing Barnes from where? Everton. Where did Barnes come from?
Leicester.
They're signing Gordon from Everton. They're signing, Livramento from the fringes of Chelsea.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Deep, what I'm saying to you, Manchester United, we've just sat here and spoken about, they've upgraded their attack. They bought from Wolves, Brentford, and RB Leipzig. Guys.
That's Newcastle's market.
I don't know who said that they've upgraded. I'm going to keep it a stacked bundle. Man United haven't upgraded their attack.
Oh, they have, man. Stop.
Wow. From last season, bro. Come on.
I hate Man United more than everything. I'm sorry.
From the nonsense.
And Burmo is an upgrade on last season.
From Hoyland and all that nonsense behind Gonat.
Come on, man.
I mean, look. Listen,
I hate United too, but come on.
I'm not saying top tier. But I hate upgrades. Upgraded.
If we're talking Sesko, if we're talking Xerxes and Hoyland, I'm totally with you. But they do still have Rashford. They did still have Garnacho. They still had Sancho. I'm sorry, there's not much going on there in difference. There's not much. Like, if you think, no, guys, let's come out. Let's take out. Let's come out the lens a bit. Let's step back a bit. You got Sancho, Garnacho. You got Rashford. Yeah. Then I got Sesko. I got Cunha and Burmo. Talk to me what the difference is.
Yeah. The best version. The best versions of all of those players.
Both, correct, yeah.
The level ain't that much of a level.
Not
When was
really.
the last time we saw? When did we see the highest version of those United guys at United?
Rubinho, you can't tell me you're making Europe with Cunha and Bomo and Sesko. You're not telling me that.
Yeah, they'll make
what?
Europe.
We'll make Europe. Europe's achievable. Europe's achievable.
Listen, all things are achievable.
Europe's achievable.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. Watch the space. Anyway, we got a good season ahead. Okay, should we move on?